for the first three.
So with the third pick in the Washed Athletes 2022 Thanksgiving Draft, the Raj Patel select.
All right. Welcome back to the Washed Athlete Podcast. This is episode number 37.
37 indeed.
37. All right.
Almost in our 40s.
Almost in our 40s. That's right. Yeah. So on this podcast, we're just a group of guys talking about whatever interests us, our college lives, and any sports, media, pretty much anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot going on.
I just hope the intro is very anticlimactic because usually like there's like a little viewers will hear this, but there's a little like song music behind it. So I was like ready to hear the beat. And I was like, where's the beat? And I was like, I edited that in later. So
it was also anticlimactic because I did fart right before.
You did do that. So... Thanks for sharing that with the audience.
Oh, I hope they know.
I'm sure they're enthused right now. Yes. Not clicking off the video. Please don't. Yeah, we did not post the mainline episode pod last week, so if you're watching this and you're like, where was the mainline pod last week? It wasn't. We watched Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and we posted a review about that. And there are a few changes coming to the podcast. We are going to be posting the mainline pod episodes, the ones that you see right here, where we kind of just go free form, talk about what's ever going on. We are going to be posting things on Monday, and we're going to be moving our This Week in Sports onto typical Fridays. This gives us a chance to talk about football games after they happen the week before and going into the next week versus like talking about football games and then happening, and then like people talking.
It just makes more sense.
Yeah, it just makes a lot more sense for our channel. And hopefully you guys will like it too. Let us know what you think down below. As always, if you haven't gone and checked out the Wakanda review, Wakanda Forever review, we would really appreciate that. Raj and I put a lot of energy into that, and a long night. Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda. It was that SNL video.
Wakanda.
Basically, it was Pete Davidson and the other. Whatever his name was, they were like walking out and they go up to like a group of like African Americans, like, yeah, that movie was amazing. Wakanda.
It's just the whitest way to say it. Yeah. Oh my god. I love SNL, right?
Anyway, quick life update because I feel like we haven't given a life update in a while. Thanksgiving break.
Yeah, it's coming up.
One day.
Pitt finally decided to let us go.
Yeah, we're finally not just going straight through the entire semester. We finally have one break.
We have a little bit of time to like relax, which is very much appreciated. I think everyone's kind of like burnt out of work for a little bit. We have pretty much gone 2.5 months straight through, no breaks.
Oh, don't worry. Our fall break, which was one day.
Yeah, it was one day.
Not a break. It
was a day off.
I feel like we've talked about this multiple times on the podcast.
Oh yeah, we probably have.
It's so utterly ridiculous.
Oh, it's a fall break, guys. It's a long weekend.
Every other school. Oh, we have a 4-day like weekend. How about you guys? Y'all get that?
Yeah, we got a day.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. So life update. We're about 1 month out of finishing first semester of our junior year, which kind of feels crazy. Life goes by fast, especially when you're not sleeping and staying up late and studying and doing all that kind of stuff. Days click by real fast.
Yeah. This semester feels like it flew by.
Yeah. Because we're going to go on break. It's going to be like 8-9 days. Come back.
It's like 2 weeks.
2 weeks of classes, a week of finals, and then we're done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly it's like we're getting ready our second semester junior year, and then suddenly we're preparing for our senior year, and it's like
that's it.
It's like, that's it.
Yeah.
And hopefully for Raj and I, our medic school app will be in at the end of the summer, which this feels like the pinnacle of our year. Like I don't even feel like I have a senior year. I feel like this is everything.
Once you know,
this feels like everything I've worked towards right now. So like, it feels like my year's over.
I peaked in high school.
I'm done. This sucks.
This is pretty fitting for the Washed Athlete podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not only as athletes, but just
in general,
academically, intelligently.
Oh my god!
I think I peaked in middle school. If
anything. I peaked in middle school.
I always say it's all been downhill since then.
It's all been downhill since 7th grade.
I'm a 7th grade burnout.
7th grade. Burnout.
It's always been down since I used to be able to jump and like barely touch the door frame, but
you
like
just get
we felt empowered doing so. Like that was peak
because you were big enough that you could do it, so you could flex on all the younger kids, but you were still so naive that you didn't know how horrible the world actually was.
Yeah, and nothing ever mattered except
just slapping the door frame.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Boom.
All right.
And when you got tall enough, you could actually like whack it hard. And now I'm probably could go back to that middle school and just be like,
yeah. Then you go back to middle school and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
If only we knew.
Those were the days. But Raj and I deep in MCAT studying right now. We're 2 months out, like 60 days out from the test. A little under that. How are you feeling, Raj?
So I just want to take a hammer and just keep hitting my head sometimes. Like
I'm sure that would really help with your car section.
Honestly, like it's not Okay, it's the test that
It's
also,
8 hours long,
Yeah.
right?
7
and a
hours,
half,
something
7
like
and a
that.
half.
But
7.5 with breaks, but like, yeah, you can get done in 6.5
Yeah.
hours. It's not really that
You
hard.
know, it's only
not really
6.
that hard.
like I have so much pointless content just stuck in my head that there's a 10% chance that I might need to use it.
Yeah.
Besides that, it's like
But you just need
the
to know.
mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
That's
thank
all
you.
you need to know. It's
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
it's one
Yeah.
question. That's why it's called the MCAT. It's the
Yeah.
mitochondria cat.
Exactly. Mitochondria,
Mitochondria,
collagen
citric
efficiency,
acid cycle,
Yeah.
adenosine triphosphate.
Acid. acid, and temporal lobe.
No,
Oh
just
my
test. Just test.
Test.
That's it.
We'll be fine. Once January rolls around and Friday the 13th, we'll be fine.
Of course, it's on Friday.
I
Either-
love it. I think it's like. I think it's fitting.
That
There-
really
it goes
is.
2 ways. Either the test murders us or we murder the
Well, and
test.
I said this to someone. I don't know if I said it on the pod. We can't like. It's not our fault if we do bad. It's
Yeah,
Friday
you
the
told me-
13th.
you told me that,
Yes,
yeah.
it's not our fault.
Exactly.
Like,
That
like
If I get a 488, who cares?
that would be a tough look.
Is that the lowest you can get?
No, it's like a 470 something.
What is it? Like
476.
putting your name on the test?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, literally
basically.
476.
Are you serious?
Oh my god.
The lowest MCAT score you can get is a 472,
How many points is it out of?
528.
It's
How does that test-
you have to try to get a 472.
No, it's literally putting your name on the test
Yeah,
and handing it in.
because for people who don't know how MCAT works, like I don't want to say they curve the exam, but they normalize the scores so that people do get perfect scores because like no test is the same in tests, or some tests are harder than others.
Mhm.
So then it tries to accurately reflect like out of the pool of people who took the MCAT at the time.
Like whoever the highest scores were,
Yeah.
they are the perfect scores.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
from
So,
there
like,
it's graded, yeah.
If you're in the top 1%, you're always going to be around like a 520, like 528, like top, you're going to be like the top high percentage of students.
Yeah.
So like 472 is like you just showed up and put your name on the paper.
And then left, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why the score is so high because like they just normalize it out and like it's just the way like standard deviation works. It
Yeah.
makes no sense for it to
Because
be,
it can only be.
yeah, it makes
so-
no sense for it to be a 0 because that just like
Stats.
stats. I'm looking at a little curve right now. It makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to
I
anyone
want
else.
this exam over with.
Yeah, it's been a couple rough weeks. Just
But break.
yeah,
You're
a break.
You're gonna live.
Fine.
Where I'm just- no.
Really fun. You just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Okay, thank you.
Anywho, haven't done a lot of studying the last week, but I
But
bounced back over break.
exactly.
Breaks don't exist.
Breaks
are-
don't exist. No,
yeah,
no, no.
breaks
It's
are
just you get to sleep in long.
Breaks are
Yeah.
writing down like crazy.
Welcome
Exactly.
to capitalism.
And speaking of breaks,
Capitalism.
No breaks.
only work.
Speaking of Thanksgiving break,
Yes,
last time we did a draft on the podcast, it kind of did numbers. So today we're doing another draft.
we are doing
Happy
that.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yes.
You're going to be seeing this on Monday, and your Thanksgiving will be in 3 days. We hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it, seeing family, having some food. But today,
Speaking of
we
food,
are going to do a Thanksgiving food draft.
yes, this is big.
So if you're not aware how this works, there's people on TikTok. I forget the names. I've seen them a lot. I'm kind of taking their idea, not of Thanksgiving food specifically, but the draft. So I give credit to them, but I don't know who they are.
It's just a snake draft.
yeah.
For whatever.
Snake
stuff.
draft. We're gonna do 5 picks each. We're gonna start with Peter.
Okay.
Go around in the circle. It'll go Peter, me, Raj, me, Peter. And we'll keep doing that until we get a team. We'll post the teams in the description, and you guys will rank them. I'll be typing them down. Before we start, I need to know everyone's strategy while I go get a Mac charger because I forgot to plug it in before the start of this podcast.
Sounds good. All right. So my strategy is I'm trying to get a relatively balanced team. Like I'm going because I have the first overall pick. I am going with a heavy hitter. I am going with the main course first. I will spoil that right now. But there's a lot of different side dishes with Thanksgiving that are very solid.
They're really talented players.
Exactly. So it's like maybe they're not like the top tier, but they are still very, very good. So I'm totally okay with getting a superstar first and then getting some very solid role players down the line. So, and I have some appetizers, I have some desserts.
Sounds like the Mavericks.
Sounds like the exactly. You know, I got Luca that I'm going
Sounds
with.
like the Milwaukee
I mean,
Giannis's.
the Mavericks are barely over 500 right now, so I don't know if that's a championship.
I'm not
the Milwaukee Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's
yeah.
a better analogy.
My strategy is, you know what? I'm just going to make the most cholesterol-rich meal there is.
Okay.
Fair enough. And my strategy is simple. We're drafting talent.
Oh, sorry.
We're drafting for talent fit.
Talent.
You know, I draft talented fellas in the team.
All
I
right.
want to grow and develop them, young hitters, not afraid of the spotlight.
Not afraid of the spotlight. Jesus. All right.
So we are going to get this started.
Let's get a hot sec.
Let me pull up a list of foods because I don't know.
I was just about to say, like, do you know?
I know a decent amount, but not enough to.
Not enough to actually make it like a full team. Yeah.
Because I know you guys are gonna take anything crazy. Like,
Can you cue a soundboard for the NBA draft sound?
Yeah, hold up.
I feel like we need this.
NBA or NFL.
NBA
Whatever you're.
I like
All right,
NBA.
ready? And with the first pick in 2022, Thanksgiving food Washed Athlete Podcast Draft, Peter selects.
Honey baked ham.
Wow, that's a bad pick.
That's just not it at all.
Yeah, it objectively. I don't even have ham with Thanksgiving.
You serious?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Do you have ham with Thanksgiving?
I'm brown.
I was just about to say, Mark doesn't have.
You don't
like, a
ever
traditional
have, you've never had Thanksgiving before?
I had Thanksgiving. I just don't eat all that like other meat.
Well, no, it's that he has Thanksgiving, but he doesn't eat white people food.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm just like
I don't
Okay.
eat ham.
Okay.
Ham is better than turkey. I don't care. Fight me.
That's a bad pick. That's like you had LeBron on the board in Turkey, and you went ahead and drafted
Oh, sorry, some dry
Ben
ass
Simmons.
bird. Oh, sorry.
You don't know. He got the Austin Eckler. You're about to get the Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good options I could go with here.
Yeah, go for it.
I got the whole board open for me because I'm gonna be honest, Ham wasn't on my board, so the second pick in the
That's
draft,
horrible.
I'm gonna draft stuffing. Versatile forward, really can play all positions.
Oh my god.
Play all positions. Has a lot of heart, girth. Really, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Really good. Really good.
What are you saying?
Really gonna set the tempo for my roster. So I'm gonna slot him right in at small forward, power forward.
Okay, bud.
Nice. Yes, I'm up
Yes.
with. Let me.
We don't need to just roll the picks.
I
Just
know.
for the first
Just for
three,
the
and
first
then-
round. So with the third pick in the Washed Athletes 2022 Thanksgiving Draft, the Raj Patel select deep fried Cajun turkey from Popeyes.
That's really funny.
Turkey.
That's really funny.
From Bob.
Specifically from Popeyes, though.
Exactly.
Because I will say, fried turkey is better than baked turkey.
Oh,
You
yeah.
cannot argue with me about that.
I've never had fried turkey.
Fried turkey's good.
So it's like baked turkey, but it doesn't dry out as fast.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Raj. I think you're really you're drafting for potential here.
like the Cajun rub on a fried turkey
Yeah.
he's swinging for the fences.
I do think he's swinging for the fences. This is kind of like a situation where you draft Giannis 15 overall.
It's like,
he might be a superstar. He might be one of the greatest players in the league one
but
day.
it is also Popeye, so it could be trash.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Well, with the fourth pick, I select Popeyes mashed potatoes. With
Are you
gravy.
just looking at the Popeyes menu?
All right, well, I'm picking turkey off the board and mashed potatoes off the board for you, Raj.
Don't forget the Cajun gravy.
You can't draft.
No, you can't draft
gravy
gravy.
with mashed potatoes.
Oh.
No, it's the
my
Cajun
God.
rub turkey that you
Fine,
drafted.
fine. That's fine.
So you drafted turkey and mashed potatoes, and I gotta say, although you did it for the bit, you got a nice team starting off.
It's pretty solid.
You know,
It's a very cookie cutter, but it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It's a safe pick.
Where are you playing turkey in your lineup?
If you're not playing with
Center?
I was about to
Yeah,
say
that's okay,
center.
that's what I was
if
thinking.
it's not center, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I got mashed potatoes at point guard.
They're running. Yeah, okay.
They're creamy with it.
Out!
It's been a
Out.
blast, guys. This is my resignation from the pod.
Go to jail. You're going in timeout. All right, Justin, can you please pick?
Yeah, I
Oh,
can,
he actually left.
I can
Okay.
pick. There's a lot of great players on the board. But I have to go with someone who is also versatile. Going to start at point guard and run a lot of pick and rolls. It's the classic dinner roll.
Solid. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
What type of dinner roll? Like
Like-
specifically?
Like
Are you just saying dinner roll?
kind of like the Hawaiian roll. Type
Okay,
of,
okay.
Yeah.
Hawaiian
I mean,
rolls are gas.
I mean,
That's
it's
a
an
fire pick.
automatic point guard. I can see dinner roll and stuffing having a nice little pick and roll,
That's a
pick
fire
and pop
pick.
combo.
That's a fire
Like
pick.
it's you just put
Yeah.
butter on that bad boy.
That's
It's just,
solid.
I mean, you eat them even out for Thanksgiving season. It's just
All right, that's fine.
unbelievable choice here.
All right.
Peter, you got ham going first.
Yeah.
You're playing ham. It's a bold pick on front, but what are you gonna follow that up with?
Following that up with my second pick with mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Solid,
I mean,
solid.
yeah, that's I mean, you can't argue with that
You
one.
cannot.
I
Can
mean,
you open that any slower? Oh my
I'm
god.
trying.
Oh my god.
I mean, I think that mac and cheese here has got a little bit of controversy recently about is it really like a Thanksgiving food? But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it made the league.
I don't
so.
care. It's just a great side. It's like, oh, it's not like traditionally just with Thanksgiving. It's like you can serve it at any time. And obviously, with my family, we always have mac and
Yeah.
cheese. So like,
Yeah,
I don't care.
it's a solid choice. You're going with ham and mac and cheese. It's a little bit of an unhealthy combo.
Oh, right, because stuffing is so
Yeah.
healthy, right?
Yeah, but We're going to follow it up. Wait, oh no, you get the next pick.
Yes, I do have the next
That's a
pick.
tough look. Hopefully you don't take my pick. I was really excited about having this guy fall in the third round.
Okay. For my third pick, I'm going with cornbread.
Oh, thank God.
Solid.
I mean, that's a solid point. I just don't think it's better than the dinner roll, like the Hawaiian dinner roll.
My dinner roll was above cornbread in my list.
Yeah, it's like I got Kawhi Leonard, you got
Now,
Paul
is this
George.
a cornbread you made it at our house the other day?
Apparently, it wasn't bad.
Oh.
I brought it. So, for context, what he's talking about is I had to, for work, bring in food for like a work Thanksgiving type thing. And it was
That's
like,
really unfortunate.
I know, because I don't know how to cook. And someone already said they were bringing in cookies. But then when I showed up to work, he actually had quit the day before. So I didn't know that. But so
We're hoping you're doing well.
I hope you're doing well, man. But I had to then make cornbread at like 10 o'clock at night. But apparently it was good, according to everybody else. So
That was a fever dream coming downstairs, and I just smelled cornbread. I'm like, what is going on?
he looked at me because he walked past me going down to get his laundry, came back up, and then looked at me again. He's like, "Is the oven on?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like,
We never turn the oven on.
Like, why is the oven on? It's never on. Yeah, exactly.
How many times do you think you've turned on your oven this year?
I made cookies once.
Cookies, cornbread,
Pizza bagels were made early on before we got the air fryer, so like maybe like three times. Yeah.
maybe 3 times the oven's been on.
I turn on my oven every single day in the summer.
Oh, sorry, big guy.
No, it's okay. We have an air fryer. We're elite.
Yeah, we are cultured.
Double basket, double.
That's
XL
not the way
air
the
fryer.
ancestors did it.
Who cares?
Like they used ovens back in the day.
I
I'm
hope-
sorry, the cavemen they rubbed 2 sticks together and made an oven. I forgot about that.
Take the 2 rocks.
Booga booga.
I start
Oven.
fire.
That's what I did in my dorm room all year. All right, let's roast some meat. All right, so Peter's got ham, mac and cheese, cornbread. Gonna have to wait a few rounds for his picks. For my third pick, gotta go healthy here. You know, we had stuffing, we had dinner roll, a lot of carbs, a lot of starch. We're gonna break it up a little bit with some Brussels sprouts.
That's a good pick. Wait, what? Like, how are they cooked?
What do you mean how they cooked?
With or without seasoning.
That's not what I mean. Like what method do you use?
I mean, like like the ends are like a little charred.
So they're like roasted?
Yeah, like roasted.
Yes.
Brussels.
Okay, yes. I thought you just meant like boiled Brussels
No.
sprouts. Okay.
No.
That's why I needed to
No, that would be a
specify.
bad player. I think I didn't ever
Exactly.
find their jump shot at that point.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, we're looking for refined, nice, and like roasted Brussels sprouts. Yeah.
Okay, that's a very solid pick.
Yeah.
It's a very solid pick.
I'm surprised no one took it. Gravy.
Ah, shucks.
It's like it is a food, but like dang, yeah, gravy.
Mm.
Kind of pissed that
Yeah.
fell.
It's a tough look.
It's a tough look.
Yeah.
That's a sleeper.
Yeah, Raj joke tier list is suddenly. I mean,
It's suddenly
yeah.
the most traditional out of all of ours.
Suddenly.
It's turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Suddenly we're in bad shape. There's no protein left on the board.
Yeah, you're kind of screwed, my man. What are you going with chicken now?
Let's go with
No, I refuse.
let's go with collard greens.
There's
That's a bad pick. That's a bad
There's no shot. Okay, first of all, there's no shot you've ever eaten those.
No.
First of all, second of all,
My
No.
list told me that's a vegetable that people have on Thanksgiving.
what list? Where are you getting this from?
So I looked up a list.
Oh, I thought you were literally just on like Popeyes or something.
Oh, I looked up Thanksgiving food list and just scrolled down to the veggies.
I mean,
and
you could
found
just do any vegetable roasted.
that. Oh, corn.
No, you already
No,
picked.
you already picked. You can't go back.
The
Pick
white
our-
people stop in the.
Oh my god. What's your? Oh wait, so you did great.
Yeah, you got collard. I mean, that's a bad pick.
That's a horrible thing.
You
Damn.
promoted a bench guy to starting position.
Like, because listen, like, so I've had very good collard greens before. I have.
But do they get you excited for things? Like if your mom says we're making collard greens for Thanksgiving Day, you're like, yeah, no, I'm not.
Well, mostly because I don't know if like they're just like not good at making collard greens, whatever. I have had good collard greens in my life, but my family cannot make good collard greens, so I
I
cannot
just don't even want.
get excited.
If you're
about
giving me
it.
the option of Brussels sprouts and some other veggies versus collard greens,
Yes.
I'm not taking collard
Yeah,
greens. I'm having collard greens getting cut every single time. That's
Yeah.
just
I thought corn was too basic, so I went with the other one.
I mean, you might have choked this away. Like,
you might have choked it
Oh
right
no,
there.
I have a sleeper pick.
Oh, okay.
all right. I've had to call an audible because you know
Good lord.
turkey.
Yeah,
Ham.
you have no protein.
We have no protein.
Salmon.
I'm gonna be honest. We're not gonna have any protein, but
You're going vegan?
it's a vegan Thanksgiving here on the team. but we're going to have to do the best we can. So we're going to have to go with a nice sweet potato casserole to add some more like substance and some more solid to the lineup. We're going to start him at center.
You got it. Yeah. I think you got to just take what you can get at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, like not a big sweet potato casserole person, but I know it's a popular dish, and I know that I really need a nice solid center to run for the team.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang. That's tough. That is tough.
Yeah, I was in a tough position. Listen, like we fell in the lottery a little bit.
You fell in the lottery. You got the second pick. What are you talking about?
You had the option.
You had the option. You had stuffing.
I did, but I mean stuffing is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So good.
Stuffing is Giannis. Like no one's stopping him.
It is good. Okay, so for my fourth pick,
I mean, you got nice protein, carbs, and
I know
more
I
carbs.
do need to get a balance. I will go. Yeah, I'll go with the vegetable now. I'm gonna go with oven roasted broccoli.
Oven roasted broccoli.
Yeah.
Interesting choice for Thanksgiving. Is that what you typically have on Thanksgiving?
Well, usually Thanksgiving we have like 4 different vegetables. It's just like whatever.
Gotcha.
It's not like super like we have like one or the other. Like usually it's like green beans, like broccoli. Like there's a bunch of different things that we have, but I do the oven roasted broccoli because they put like a little garlic on it, oil, salt, pepper.
Mm-hmm.
So solid.
I mean, that's a solid pick.
Yeah.
Can't say much about that.
Exactly. All right. And then what am I ending now?
You got final pick in the draft. You got ham, mac and cheese, cornbread, oven roasted broccoli. I mean, it's a really solid, really talented lineup.
I know.
How are you going to end this off?
I'm going to end it off with a dessert.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to go traditional or if I want to go my favorite. I am split between
you got like an interesting roster here with a mix of like old school, new school.
New school.
Ham, I feel, is a little bit more new school paired with the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
But like cornbread and broccoli, just a classic all
American.
Been in the league for a while.
You know what? I'll go with the traditional pick. I'll go with pumpkin pie.
Ah, no.
Let's go.
You know, I let you have that one. I knew I left 2 pies on the draft board, but I knew that either way I'd still have a great talented player left for me. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm taking apple pie.
There you go. Yeah. You're screwed, buddy.
I mean, Raj, if you're looking at here, Raj has got turkey. That show's great. He's a talented starting 3.
He's got 0 bench.
Yeah, 0 bench. I mean, look at the depth. You got collard greens, and he's going to really have to pull one out.
Don't you dare say vegan pumpkin pie. I swear to God.
I think there's a way you can salvage this, but I don't know if you're going to be able to salvage this. So.
There's some solid things you could pick up still. You don't even have to go dessert. You could go appetizer. You could go wild.
Yeah,
I don't have any sweets though. I need a balanced team.
Who says you need a balanced team?
Yeah.
You got traditional through and through. You threw collard greens in.
Oh, you're right. I want cholesterol.
Exactly. Didn't you want all cholesterol?
And why did you even draft collard? That makes the collard green pick even more baffling. You wanted to go cholesterol, and suddenly you're drafting greens. Like, what the hell?
I just thought something really stupid.
Don't. Whatever you're about to say, just don't say it. Just. So, what other thing are you taking? So, do you want to go dessert or do you want to go appetizer? Because you can go either one.
I'm weighing the pros and cons right now. I'm trying to think. Because I'm blanking on.
Do you know any appetizers or desserts that you can traditionally have?
It's also very. I know one, but I know everyone hates it.
Okay, what is the one that you think everybody hates?
Cranberry sauce.
That's not dessert, first of all.
Yeah. What is it?
That is a side dish.
Same thing.
Or it's almost like it's like gravy.
You know
It's
what?
like you put it on stuff.
I don't even feel like researching more cranberry sauce.
That's a bad pick.
This is horrible.
I
You have
know.
2 different sauces.
I know.
You have Kyrie twice. What are you doing?
I mean, if I'm putting turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, collard greens, and cranberry sauce in all one plate, I'm just gonna leave.
Like it was so good, and then it's like, okay, the color. It's like, okay, why do we have cranberry sauce? Why?
Well, I kind of got screwed with my pie pick, and I don't know any other dessert.
I mean, listen, you knew this was coming. You knew you were at the end of the draft. You knew there were 3 picks before you, and the risk. So that is going to conclude the Thanksgiving Day draft. We've got Peter with ham, mac and cheese, cornbread, oven roasted broccoli, and pumpkin pie. I mean, a solid.
That straight up might be my plate when I go to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean,
unironically.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a solid pick. I mean, personally, not a big fan of ham on Thanksgiving. I'm a more traditional like that, but I can't knock the pick. Mac and cheese, obviously a class. I mean,
it's
mac
the
and
ham
cheese
with the mac and cheese because you get like the ham on the fork and then you scoop up the mac and cheese.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. No.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't put cheese on my ham.
Yeah.
No, that's gross.
No. Oh, sorry. We're mixing foods. I forgot.
Isn't there a ham and cheese sandwich?
You can't think with intelligence with them. You can't.
I don't eat ham and cheese sandwiches.
Oh, right.
He doesn't like mixing foods.
I don't
No,
like
it's 'cause
mixing
it's-
foods. You're right.
Just grow up. Lactose
He
intolerance
still
is a
eats.
choice.
He still eats like the kid cuisine with like the little like.
That's when life was better.
That's when life was better. Just eat one at a time.
Those things were so gas.
Those were good.
so good.
Eating them now, they probably would taste like
Dude,
dog water. But
I would get sponsored by Kids Cuisine if I could.
dude, they would do because they had like the cosmic brownies in them too.
Oh my god.
Yo, the mac and cheese was fire on this.
When you had microwave meals as a kid, it was a good day.
Where's the nearest kids cuisine at?
bro, you can probably get it at.
It's not a restaurant.
What did
I
you
know.
just say?
He said,
I'm
"Where's the
seeing-
nearest kids cuisine?"
Where
at?"
is the nearest singular package of kids cuisine? Loose.
ShopRite? Okay, we don't have a ShopRite here.
Yeah, your probably location is wrong.
Look at Target.
That's smart.
They definitely have them at Target.
Continuing down, Justin, stuffing, dinner roll, Brussels sprouts, sweet potato casserole, apple pie.
That actually might be. You could probably make that vegan. Like
Yeah.
that almost could be a vegan.
That is vegan. I
Oh,
mean,
no. But wait, do you use
No.
chicken stock in the stuffing?
probably
Yeah.
awkward.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Party foul.
yeah, it's a party now. Friends put on Do Not Disturb, second week in a row. Let me just do that real quick. That's pretty much like a vegetarian.
It's vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian. I'm looking out for people. I'm inclusive on my roster.
Yeah.
Okay. And Raj started off with turkey, mashed
So
potatoes,
good.
and gravy.
Like-
I mean,
That trio is so good.
We're like the Warriors. We have the top.
the Warriors
not
are 6-9 right now.
Ah.
That's exactly what he is. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
'cause-
got Clay, Steph, Draymond,
Yeah. No, Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole. Is
Yeah.
that what it is? I don't know what the
light
trio
skin
is.
trio.
Oh my god.
And then you got collard greens and cranberry
It's
sauce.
just zero bench.
I mean, it's
That's Draymond, and that's who's the really terrible bench dude on the Warriors? I don't know.
anywho,
Kuminga?
we're gonna post
Sure.
these in the description. You guys can let us know in the comments what's your favorite list. But
Also
on-
make your own list.
yeah, make your own list. Send this to us. What is your guys' like hot take about Thanksgiving food? Like, what do you have to say besides like we drafted the list, sure. But, like, what do you guys have to say about Thanksgiving food? 'Cause, I mean, I feel like every year, like passionate debates like start about like Thanksgiving food. It's
Okay,
cool.
so I didn't personally draft appetizers, but sometimes, at least again, this is for my family. Like I don't know how everybody else is, whatever. Sometimes the appetizers are better than the main course.
Yeah.
Like just straight up, because it's such like good variety. It's just like so random. It's like you have like buffalo chicken dip, and then like shrimp cocktail, and then like some other like cheese spread, and then just like other stuff. It's like you just start eating. It's like you could just keep munching. It's so good. Where they have like guac out there sometimes randomly, and it's like, oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Indian Thanksgiving. I can't really contribute.
It's like okay, so what on Thanksgiving? Like, what is your Thanksgiving?
What do you think? It's been a minute.
What do you mean it's been a minute? It's been a year.
Yeah, short-term memory. Let's see. So I guess it's like Indian appetizers, like samosas and all that stuff, like
Okay.
small things like that.
Is it just like a traditional Indian dinner, but
Not necessarily.
Wait, hold on. What are samosas? Because like I gotta study abroad email. I have to go to interest meeting. They're like, oh, we'll have samosas there for people to get people in the mood.
That may be the whitest thing you've ever said.
what's a samosa?
Dude, white people love samosas for some reason.
I don't know what they are.
So they're triangles filled with filling.
What is the filling?
It can be anything. No,
Give him an example of something.
potatoes.
Yes, so it's like potatoes, corn.
Just think of it as a
like,
fried pierogi. And
It's
it's
kind it's similar to like it's similar to like an empanada almost, but like there's usually isn't meat in there, right?
Yeah, it can be anything.
Oh, it can be anything. Oh, okay, then yeah. But yeah,
You look like such
yeah, I know
a sideways hat.
the sideways hat.
Yeah.
He's a Jersey boy.
exactly. Jersey Club.
Jersey Club.
Also, you said that's the whitest thing I've ever heard. I am white.
That's the whitest thing I've ever heard coming out of a white person.
Okay,
So that's like even for white people.
that's
It's
fine.
like
Yeah,
even up.
I'll
there.
take it.
All right, there we go.
Let's see what else. I mean, it's just like all the small Indian apps, and then I guess like I'm
Rice,
trying to think out here.
bro.
we-
How do you not know what
you
you
said,
eat for
you said
Thanksgiving?
I have an Indian Thanksgiving. We said, what does an Indian Thanksgiving entail? And you said Indian food,
Yeah.
Indian appetizers, Indian entrees.
And the only thing you've been able to name is samosas, and I'm guessing rice at this point.
That is
And,
one of them.
Like,
I'm trying to think. Let's see, and then the normal like chips and salsa or like dips like that. Give me a sec. I'm still going.
do you know Indian foods?
I'm saying what other stuff. The Indian food, the main course stuff.
So what name?
I'm
an
going
Indian-
down the list.
Oh my god.
Give me a sec.
Okay, so we have samosas, chips and salsa.
I'm going down the list. Then they have like this kind of like a spice mix thing where like
You keep saying they.
Shush. Just let them go. We're too far down in this.
we
Spice mix.
have the spice mix stuff. It's like I forget the name. I actually don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. But like, what do you do with
But
the
it's like
spice mix?
you basically mix it with like vegetables, potatoes, and a bunch of other stuff,
Okay.
and you eat that. It's kind of like a very light appetizer.
Is it hot?
Okay.
No, well, hot as in like warm or spicy.
Spicy.
Well, actually, for you, yes. For me, not really.
Okay. That's what I was more wondering, yeah.
Then
Flaming hot Cheetos.
for the
not
main
me.
courses, it's like we'll make a turkey. We'll have like mashed potatoes,
Oh.
gravy, and all that.
Oh, really?
We'll
Okay.
have all that stuff. And then
Wait, so this is not an Indian Thanksgiving? What
I
are you
told
doing?
you it's both. I thought it was like
This is maybe the most, like, the last 4 minutes of this podcast have been some of the most, I don't even know how to describe it,
Okay,
Raj.
this is the most great. Okay, we just went from a college-educated podcast to, like, not even graduating middle school. Like,
I'm honestly not sure what's happened this episode. I'm going to be honest.
our brain cells are lowering by the second.
I think you can tell this is, like, right before we have break.
Because you said multiple times, I don't know any Thanksgiving food. I only have Indian food.
Indian
I
Thanksgiving.
said I know the main Thanksgiving.
You know the main Thanksgiving things.
because that's
Okay.
the only things I eat.
You never said you had those on Thanksgiving. You said you
Oh.
know them.
And then you proceeded to say,
We have
Indian food
food.
at my Indian Thanksgiving.
Maybe I
And then you
should
proceeded to
specify.
say, we have turkey,
Turkey.
mashed potatoes, grass.
Like the most traditionally like
Let's restart real
And then
quick.
Indian appetizers.
An Indian American Thanksgiving.
okay, now we got it. Dear God, it took so long to
And
get
now
there.
let's speedrun. Appetizers. You have samosas. You have the little spice mix finger food stuff. You have chips and salsa. You have drinks. Yeah. Indians love their scotch for some reason.
Thanks.
Moving on.
Oh my God.
I would have never guessed, I'm going to be honest.
Moving on to the entrees and stuff. Like, the traditional turkey stuff.
Okay.
Mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, corn. I think that's about it.
Do you have? So you said earlier you have rice.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have rice?
I was checking out the American stuff before I hopped onto the Indian stuff.
Okay, so then what Indian stuff do you?
So
have?
it's like rice.
God,
and
you have a
then
lot of Thanksgiving then.
There's like
Okay.
about 100 people, but
Yes.
moving on. So it's rice. Then there's like a bunch of like main dishes like chicken tikka, butter chicken, and all that stuff.
Okay. Good God, how long did it take you to get
Barbecue. A while. My head hurts.
there? Oh my God.
Roger's just never been to an Indian Thanksgiving. He just doesn't know.
He's just making.
I mean,
this-
last year I spent Thanksgiving in a line in Cherry Hill for my stupid Xbox.
Oh yeah, true.
You did do that.
Oh my
It
God.
was so cool, but the friendships I made were amazing.
Oh yeah, you just became friends with the random people in line.
It was amazing.
Were you by yourself?
Literally just got to get the Xbox.
Drove 90 on one of the highways just to make it to Cherry Hill.
Oh my God.
I was at the wrong GameStop, and then the guy was like, "Oh, we don't have the Xboxes here." I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Oh, but Cherry Hill does." I'm like, I look at my phone. 25 minutes.
Downshift, but was driving the legal limit.
Obviously.
Don't worry, officers.
What do you have for dessert?
Dessert. Well, so we have like Indian desserts like gulab jamun. I'm what?
Okay,
What?
just give him a sec. Like,
What did I do?
like, just name them.
I said gulab jamun. That's one of them. It's like a little ball of sugar, basically,
Oh,
and coat it in like rose syrup.
Like
oh shit.
like granule sugar?
Yeah,
Okay.
So
it's just
is it
melted
kind of
down.
like a powdered donut type thing?
yeah. Think of it like a donut ball
Yeah.
coated in just like syrup.
A
Oh,
donut
okay.
ball.
So like
You don't call them donut holes.
a munchkin,
I'm so slow.
a donut
now.
hole, or a
A
munchkin?
donut ball.
Munchkin.
A donut ball. Yeah.
I bet in the middle.
Yeah.
And then honestly, we don't like ice cream. Besides that, we don't really have anything crazy for dessert.
Dang, that's tough.
That was pretty unhinged. Let's move on, Justin.
That's pretty honest.
I'm passionate. Number one, cranberry sauce. If I see cranberry sauce on the table, I'm like,
I don't think I've ever actually had cranberry sauce.
why would you eat it? It looks
I
terrible.
just,
Especially if you get it like out of the can and just like.
well, that's the thing. Is because so I've never seen the cranberry sauce out of a can. I've actually seen real cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Where it's like they like use the cranberries, like mash it up, like actually make it. The cranberry sauce out of a can where you like cut slices is like why?
No,
I've had
yeah.
it. It's like it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not anything life changing. And you just eat it, and you're just like, it's just straight sugar and bitterness.
Also, why would I eat like something like gelatinous for dinner? Like that just doesn't.
Because
Feel
I get
right.
it's like, oh, you're supposed to like mix it in with like other stuff,
Ugh.
but the texture is just like,
Why would I mix
off-
it?
yeah.
off-putting.
Number
Yeah.
one, if you're mixing your food, that's just weird. Like
Okay, stop.
Alright.
You need to stop with that.
that's gross.
That's a wild take.
What is
right
wrong
there.
with you?
Let me just do my green beans, mix them in with my turkey a little
Hell
bit, like
yeah.
there's the mashed. Like that's disgusting. Like,
You're telling me I'm weird for taking ham and mac and cheese?
that's so weird.
You do understand restaurants just make that, right?
I wouldn't eat it.
Have you been to chicken where they put mac and cheese on top of your burger?
I have been to
Stack?
chicken. I've never ordered that because I wouldn't want that.
Have you got
Also,
the stack?
Stacked where you
also
can
chicken
put,
makes me feel bad.
Okay, moving
Okay,
on.
moving on from that.
Have you got the stack, the fried mac and cheese balls on top?
They're so
Or the
good.
fried
No, I
egg?
haven't done that before.
Why?
Because why would I do that?
Because it's so
It's
good.
Yes, that's why.
There's things that should be combined, and there's things that should not be
And they
combined.
should be combined.
Mac and cheese and ham shouldn't be combined.
Why?
They're glorious on their own. Just keep them that
But
way.
they're better together.
No, they're not.
Yes, they do. The flavors complement
It's
each
not,
other.
like, it's not like peanut butter and jelly. It's not like LeBron James and D Wade. It's not like Kobe Bean Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal. It's
They're
not
both
like that.
savory things.
No.
Are you denying they're both savory?
I'm not denying that.
Okay.
I'm just denying that they don't. I'm saying that they don't belong together.
You're insane.
Eat them separately.
You're insane.
We have too much of a tendency in this
Oh,
country.
sorry.
In this country, we have a tendency to combine things.
Yo, Justin, we're walking a line there. Oh my god. So wait, are you telling me you don't put gravy on anything?
I don't use gravy really.
Are you kidding me? What is wrong with you?
Damn, and I was catching flack.
What is wrong with you?
I'd like to make a point that my previous claim was specifically regarding food and not groups of people in this country.
That's what I was saying.
I started to think about it in a second. It's not the claim I was making.
I just want to make that very clear. That was about food. That was not about any specific groups in this country. But yeah, so your food takes are, for lack of a better term, absolute dog shit.
I just don't know why we need to combine everything. Going back to my previous point, like I think
You're not combining the weirdest things on the planet. We're not combining
I just feel
ice
like-
cream and pizza.
people do though.
Well, they're insane. I'm saying ham and mac and
Like you're starting the insanity. You're starting to buy into the system, and suddenly one day you're going to be eating ice cream off your pizza.
What do you put on your burrito?
That's acceptable.
No, what do you put on your burrito?
I put steak, rice, like pico, sometimes corn salsa, lettuce,
So you just named
guac.
2 things in that are multiple things combined.
What do you mean multiple things?
Pico
Yeah.
and corn
Yeah,
salsa
what
are
about it?
both multiple ingredients.
I know. It's allowed.
And you're combining it into one thing.
Mhm.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But, dear God,
Because
when...
here's the argument, right? Would you eat pico by itself?
No, because it's...
Yeah, exactly. But I would eat mac and cheese by myself.
Well,
Wouldn't you?
obviously you would eat
Wouldn't
mac
you?
and cheese by yourself because no one would be at the dinner table with you because you're calling everybody insane, first of all. But
People eat Thanksgiving with me every year. It's
pico's
not
a
weird.
topping. Like, I wouldn't eat mustard by itself.
Yeah, you can combine toppings with things, but mac and cheese isn't a topping.
Okay, but you can also combine other things than toppings together.
No, I just think that I just think they're better separate together. I just wouldn't eat them together. It's just kind of weird.
Oh, so they're separate but equal? Is that what you're saying?
Declining the comment.
That did not sound very good.
This podcast is gonna be the one that
It
ends
was,
our lives.
it was fine up until we tried to figure out what Raj ate for Thanksgiving.
I'm just trying to slowly think about it, and then I'm getting pressed. And now we're here, separate but equal.
I'm just not into combining foods. I'm just gonna say it. Not into combining foods.
Okay, so what? So you don't use gravy.
No,
So you just eat your mashed potatoes plain.
I don't really eat mashed potatoes.
What do you eat?
Here's my thing, right? I was trying to scrub someone. I don't dislike mashed potatoes. I just think they're pretty like neutral, and I'm just not going to eat things that are neutral because there's things I love to eat. Like, why would I eat neutral mashed potatoes when I could eat fantastic stuff?
It's almost like you mix the mashed potatoes with other things that
But
have
why would
more
I
flavor.
mix them?
Because it combines to make a better
ready,
flavor.
Ready? If stuffing is the star player on my team, right? Stuffing's great. I would just eat a ton of stuffing, a ton of turkey, ton of Brussels sprouts, tons of dinner rolls, and I'd be very full. But I'm not gonna like get something like mashed potatoes, which are pretty like in my mind like pretty neutral. They just taste kind of starchy to me. Like they're fine. Like I would eat them if I was like hungry and I didn't have any other food. But like they're not like super filled with enjoyment. I'm not gonna like combine it with other foods when I could like eat stuff that I really like. Like if I go over like if I was going over like I was going on like going to my girlfriend's house for the first time, they made mashed potatoes. I'd eat the mashed potatoes, right? I don't like dislike them like that, but like they're just kind of like neutral to me, so I'm just not gonna eat them if given the choice.
That's a horrible take.
No, it's a normal take.
So you're telling me
I'm encouraging
take this non-disclosed candy bar.
It's a Snickers bar.
Obviously, it's a Snickers
I
bar.
love Snickers bars.
You love Snickers bars,
yeah,
right?
I love it.
Okay, so would you rather individually eat chocolate, caramel, peanuts, and nougat, just by themselves,
Yeah,
than a Snickers bar?
I don't know. I never individually ate all three of those, so I can get back to you on that.
Okay, so you were telling me you would rather, as a sandwich, you would rather just eat the bread.
Well, wait, hold on. Are you doing this like? Are you doing the mashed potato argument, or are you doing the combining food argument?
Any argument, they're both the same thing.
My argument for mashed potatoes is simply, I would rather drink soda instead of water because soda is more tasty than water. So if presented the choice soda and water at special occasions because healthy, but like presented soda or water like at the dinner table for like an event, I would choose soda because I like it more. And I probably wouldn't drink much water because I would just like drinking soda.
So that's why you use the mashed potatoes as a vehicle for other things because they combine and make better flavors.
No, but I'm not combining my food. I've already said that.
Here we
But
go.
why? That's what I'm asking.
Because it's weird.
Why is it weird?
Because I just like my food separate.
Oh my god.
Why do you like your food separate?
Because they're good individually. Turkey is fantastic by itself. It doesn't need to be combined with anything.
With gravy.
What?
You don't put gravy in your turkey.
I do not.
What is...
I just don't know why I would need to. I like it by itself.
So you don't use gravy?
No.
What do you eat on Thanksgiving?
I told you. Turkey, Brussels sprouts, green beans, rolls, stuffing. If there's olives at the table, I have olives, corn. If there's mac and cheese, mac and cheese. Let's go on with the list. I've had sweet potato casserole before.
God, shut up! Turn it off.
I had broccoli last year, cornbread. I'll have ham if there's ham at the table. I eat a lot of things. It's just like if it's. I would rather eat more. Like I'm not gonna eat like sweet potato casseroles. Like also kind of like just
Okay, sweet potato casserole isn't that like multiple things though?
Yeah, it is.
So, what is your what?
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that like foods can't be combined in general. I'm just saying like when I put things on a plate, I'm not combining like sweet potato casserole is like a separate entity.
Well, like, obviously you're not combining like everything into a mush. I'm saying
well,
like,
that's disgusting. Yeah,
well, no, duh. That's what I'm saying too. But like, if you have like a bite of ham and like mac and cheese, they work well together.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like I just probably wouldn't do that personally, just
Why,
because
though?
like the ham is really good by itself.
I'm telling you, try gravy on your turkey.
I don't know if I could. Oh no, I've had gravy on my turkey before.
You just said you don't do that.
I don't eat it like that, but I've had it before.
Wait. I don't eat that, but I've eaten it.
I've tried it before, but I don't like actively do that.
Why?
Because I just like I don't need it. I'm just like,
But it's more flavor.
I'm just fine not eating it with the gravy.
Do you put butter on your
I'm
rolls?
a simple man.
You put butter on your rolls.
But like, I wouldn't be mad if I didn't have butter on my rolls.
What are...
I'm just a simple man.
If I gave you one of these, would you die?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
I never had a flaming hot Cheeto before.
What? wait, hold up. Oh, God. He's going to be crying by the end of this.
This is kind of hot.
His eyes are... Oh, my God. He's already tearing up.
I can't drink the milk.
Oh, he's lactose intolerant. We didn't even have any left. Oh, my God.
We weren't prepared for this moment.
Oh, my God.
This does have quite a kick to it, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, my God. This is devolved.
What is happening?
What? I don't know. Like, I'm just like, I understand, like, eating your foods. Like, look, I understand it, but calling me crazy because I do that is
I'm not
wild.
calling you crazy. I just think it's
You
gross.
literally go back in the podcast.
I just think it's gross.
Go back in the recording. You called me nuts. Oh
to
my,
review.
oh my god.
I can't believe you ate a whole pack of that.
This is nothing.
Bro, we have the Flaming Hot pack of like multiple different snacks that are all Flaming Hot.
Imagine trying to Flaming Hot Doritos.
No, give them like the lemon lime one.
Oh,
I don't know if I can take
The
another
lemon.
one. That was
It's the knockoff
that was-
Takis.
that was a
it's
lot.
insane.
That was a lot. I'm not even gonna lie. Whew. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Do you put salt and pepper in your food?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Well,
Are you
I mean, what do you put like? What are you talking about? Like,
If something is already naturally salty, I don't put salt.
Yeah,
I'm not
okay,
saying
yeah.
I'm not a maniac like that. I
Yeah,
mean, like,
I was
essentially I'm asking, do you season your food? Is what I'm saying.
yes.
Okay.
I just
Is it just salt and pepper?
what?
Is it just salt and pepper?
It depends. Like, what am I cooking?
Oh, good. Okay.
What do you put in your mac and cheese?
Lactose intolerant.
You just said earlier that you would have mac and cheese.
Yeah, when I was young. I mean, what? Are you saying that you put pepper in your mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah. I put Cajun seasoning in my mac and cheese.
Garlic.
Okay,
onion
I've heard
powder,
that
Garlic
before,
powder,
yeah.
onion powder.
But see, I'm just a simple man. Like, I just think it's better simpler. Like, I'm just like fine with the simple.
You mean uncultured?
Dear Lord.
I wouldn't go with uncultured. I just think like classic.
Salt and
Like
pepper is not seasoned.
I like to
but-
break things down to their simplest form a little bit.
Okay.
I
This
don't know.
is
Like, I don't know. What do you guys cook? Like, if I'm cooking, I just like
okay. So if I'm
like
making
if I like yesterday cooked dinner.
make some pasta,
Yeah.
what are you putting in the pasta?
All right. I'm boiling pasta,
Okay.
taking it out,
Okay.
straining it.
Did you season your
Thir-
pasta water?
What? With salt? Yeah.
Okay, just make sure.
I mean, if I forget, then it
Whatever.
is.
That's not the big
Um,
deal.
I was just being.
But like, strain it, put it back in. Maybe like a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Mix it up, done. And then take it off the side. And then I'm just gonna.
You're just making butter noodles.
What are you, 5?
Look, okay, don't get me wrong. Butter noodles do slap. But are you telling me you wouldn't put like garlic powder or like onion powder or like
Sauce.
So I'm saying,
Alfredo
but what I'm
sauce?
saying is, why would I buy that?
Okay.
Like, why would I spend the extra money when like olive
Okay,
oil?
Do you understand how cheap spices are?
I understand how cheap. Well, I'm saying like, what I got is really good already. So why am I gonna like add on?
Because it's better.
And then chicken, like I'll just like salt, pepper, use some seasoning.
Like
What?
other seasoning?
I like this one seasoning that's like it's like there's a bunch of different spices in it, but it's like a garlic mix. And
it's like garlic onion powder. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
and like on both sides, and then just like put it on the skillet. cook it.
Paprika.
I'll do paprika sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But pretty like basic. Like, I don't do anything like crazy fancy. And then like vegetables, just like
Well, vegetables those
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
usually like
as
that.
long as it's more than
roasted
salt and pepper,
potatoes are like.
That's
Are,
okay.
I
Those
love
are
roasted
gas.
potatoes.
Those
Yeah,
are gas.
so gas. Just-
Okay. Okay. I was really worried for a second. I thought you were literally just about to say I just put salt and pepper on things.
No,
and
I
then
just-
move on.
No. I'm not like crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's debatable at this point, but all right. All right.
No, yeah, I just eat simple. I usually like things. Like, I mean, sure, if you give me like ham and like mac and cheese together in like one bite, I'm not gonna say it's like trash. I'm just like, I just wouldn't eat it like that.
We're gonna tie him down and we're gonna feed him mac and cheese with ham on a spoon.
I'm gonna
We
say
have mac and cheese right there.
I know.
I'm gonna-
I'm looking if we got anything to tie it down with now.
We have the.
where do you have the
ingredients.
ham?
I mean, we have like cold cuts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um,
we could do it.
We could do it. We have Kraft mac and cheese and cold cuts.
I'm not quite sure that's what we're.
That's
looking
not
for.
the same thing at all.
I'm sure I would like it. I just don't do it. I can't really give you a good reason. It's just not something I do.
This has been.
This is very unhinged. Where are we?
I'm not gonna lie. I am so lightheaded right now from screaming so much. Like,
I'm just confused. I'm just trying to track our progression. Like at first we were talking about college.
so we were. This all came down to us trying to figure out what you ate for Thanksgiving.
It's your fault.
if you guys gave me 10 seconds to collect my thoughts, it would have been
It's
fine.
not. We didn't even put you on the spot. We just
You
asked
have
you.
been alive for 20 years, almost 21 years. You should know what you eat during Thanksgiving.
That's also fair enough.
Like, it doesn't. It's not a difficult.
Thanksgiving was
question.
only 365 days ago.
True.
We also have been like talking about Thanksgiving foods for
That's
like a
also
decent
true.
amount of time.
I also said we're having a Thanksgiving food draft tonight on the
Before
before the podcast.
You guys know me in text when I'm at work. I respond 10 hours later.
Yeah,
With
off
a-
the Apple Watch, like K.
Okay,
Or
okay.
yo,
On my
guys,
way.
this guy
Hey,
got
yo.
traded,
Oh yeah.
and then you guys just add up.
Yeah,
the
wait,
chat.
no. Can we talk about
Yeah,
that for a
we
second?
can take it.
I don't know if we have talked about this on the podcast yet, but Raj, like, unironically.
That was one time. It was the first
No,
time. That's
it's
it.
been multiple times. We will pull up receipts.
It was one time I did it not by accident because I'm an idiot. The other times I did it on purpose.
No, you didn't. There was multiple times where so what happens is somebody will text into any group chat, either if it's on like Instagram or like text message, whatever, some breaking news, usually in the sports world, right?
Oh,
So
man.
like the most recent one, I'm trying to think, was it like Bradley Chubb or was it like, it was somebody.
Chase Claypool.
It was Chase Claypool.
I did that as a joke though, because you guys all said the bit's over.
No, there was what was the one before Chase Claypool then? Because that one was really bad.
The guy the Eagles got.
It was
Robert Quinn.
Yeah, no.
Was so bad.
I think I said Robert Quinn to the Eagles like hours before, and then in the same group chat. Oh, you have it pulled up?
I have it pulled up.
In text, you said Robert Quinn on Insta. I sent the post.
No, but there was another one where you did send it in the same thing.
That was me, like just.
No, this was before this.
No, it wasn't.
There was one before this where the same thing happened. This has happened more than once, Raj.
This was about Kadarius Toney. That second one I did. Because Jacob said Kadarius Toney to the Chiefs, and then to just screw around with you guys after work, I said Kadarius Toney to the Chiefs.
But wasn't that before Robert Quinn?
No, that was after.
It was after Robert Quinn? I don't know.
Robert Quinn was a really bad one.
That was really bad because I texted it in the group chat like maybe 4 or 5 hours before, and then he sends it in the Instagram group chat of like, it might have been like the NFL posting it. And then he's like, yo! And I'm like, dude, you've
now I'm like
cross-referencing.
This is a little bit like, I'm sorry for the listeners. This is not like.
I can recap this whole thing. It all started with the.
No, you said Kadarius Toney to the Chiefs.
Yeah, that one I did on purpose.
Oh, okay.
Because then Jacob responded, or someone responded and said that Jacob said it earlier. I'm like, I know. Well, now, like, I did the second and third one on purpose. The third one was Claypool, and then you guys said the bit's over.
I feel like there was one before Robert Quinn.
No,
like this has happened before.
This has happened multiple times where Raj just like
sends stuff into the group chat, and then like it's the most infuriating thing where where we will have like a full conversation about like what happened, and then Raj will just send it, and it's like, we know.
Because that's the thing.
It's also funny because I'm always like, you or I are always like very
the Woj bombs.
Yeah, we're always dropping Woj bombs, and like the fact that Raj thought that we wouldn't have talked about it.
We wouldn't have sent it by then. Yeah, like especially Robert Quinn to the Eagles. It was like that was like a big thing. It was like, oh, like he's back, whatever. And then you're just like, oh, yo, it's so dope. It's like, bro, we've had like, look at the group chat. Like the fact that you opened Instagram before looking at your texts. Where there was like a ton of missed messages, probably.
So
no,
watch. I just slapped my wrist and it just doesn't show.
Okay, yes, here it is. I found it. So October 26th at 4:08 p.m. I texted Robert Quinn to the Eagles.
Here's
that's
the first incident.
4th rounder for Robert Quinn is a steal, and then we type, you type something about like Roquan Smith, whatever. Then you sent like the Tennessee jerseys in there, and Raj sends. At 4:40 p.m.
right after work,
30 minutes after this,
the
thing, and then Peter goes, "There's no way in hell you didn't look at the group chat before sending that." And Roger goes, "I did not. Was it sent already?"
Like you didn't even look at the text before.
And then Peter goes, "Well, over half an hour ago, Justin broke the news." And Roger goes, "Rats." And then he goes into the group chat and goes, "I'm slow."
Like the fact that you were able to respond to the group chat and you said, "Oh, was it already sent?" You could have just scrolled up in the group chat and just looked.
Oh, that was in the Insta chat, though, when I asked that. I wasn't in the text chat saying that. I said I'm still in the text chat.
Yeah, and this has happened multiple times.
Well, this 2 times after that was just me just doing it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cover your own ass. Yeah. All right, bud.
You guys said it was a bit for one of them.
Well, because I said there's no way this isn't a bit. Because I was just praying to God you were paying attention.
Maybe I should have kept it going and just kept doing it.
God.
I'd block you.
Get booted.
All right. This pod might run a little bit over, but I wanted to talk about it today. We're going to do a hard transition. If you guys like the draft, let us know in the comments. We enjoy doing them, I think. So if you like seeing them, like, let us know. Make sure you say like in the description, comment section, like what you like for Thanksgiving, whatnot. I mean, you can do a draft by yourself. That's kind of lame. That's just writing your top 5 foods. But like, you can go ahead and do that. Recently in some Marvel news, there was a list. So Phase 4 Sorry, this is just a long pod. A little all over the place. Phase 4 recently concluded with the release of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and IGN, which is a pretty credible news source kind of for movies, TV, and whatnot.
Not after that list.
Not after this list. They dropped a list of like the top projects of MCU Phase 4. And usually when people drop this, they try to like be pretty cognizant of other people's opinions. Like there's 30 some odd, maybe 40 now projects in the MCU.
It's getting ridiculous.
There's a lot. So like I try to be like there can be a lot of fluctuations in how people view, even by like 10 because it's only like 25% of the list at a point like this. So, but this is bad. IGN's list was very bad. So I'm gonna run down it really quickly. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a better picture because this is not like I can go to their Instagram actually. But I'm gonna run down the list real quick and we're just gonna kind of talk about it because I think this represents a bigger problem in media and I wanted to talk about that because I mean as for like opinions on films, it is what it is. But I'm gonna see. Wow, it was on IGN, right?
Yeah. Just go to our Insta chat.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
All right. So this is more condensed. So number 1, they have Spider-Man: No Way Home. 2, WandaVision. 3, Loki. 4, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. 5, Hawkeye. 6, Miss Marvel. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. 7, 8, She-Hulk. 9, Werewolf by Night. 10, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. 11, Moon Knight. 12, Black Widow. 13, Thor: Love and Thunder. 14, The Falcon and Winter Soldier. 15, Eternals. 16, What If. So
The fact that Eternals wasn't at the bottom of the list.
What if being below Eternals says everything I need to
So
know about
this got a lot of hate. And at first I was like, this is not a ranking. At first I was like, maybe they had some kind of chronological way of organizing the list. What if it was at the bottom because it's not
It's
really
kind of just like out of
yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, but it's actually a list.
It's a ranking.
It's a ranking. And there's some things here that make sense. Eternals at 15, low, makes sense.
No, this should be lower.
No.
16.
14, like Falcon Winter Soldier makes sense. Thor: Love and Thunder is probably a little bit low for me. But
I'd
still,
argue there are parts of Falcon Winter Soldier that were good, but like I do understand like lower end.
Yeah.
But like,
But let's move back up to the top.
okay, let's just go for the top.
And this is where my opinion is.
Okay,
1, Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
2, WandaVision.
Man.
I know you guys aren't as high. I was happy to see you high, but even here I go,
2.
I think it's too high.
Yeah,
So like, I think WandaVision's too high here.
because there are some issues with it.
Yes, I think there are some issues with it. I don't think it's 2. 3, Loki. Wait, that's not even close. Loki's not the third best project, especially when you
No.
have these guys down on like later on the list.
No.
4, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
It's
valid.
But it's valid, but I wouldn't have
It's
that
valid,
lower.
but the things that are above it are just wrong.
Yeah.
5, Hawkeye.
No.
No.
Send it to the back.
No.
No.
6, Miss Marvel.
Also,
I enjoyed
it's
it.
Mid.
It might be that spot, but again, let's look at the things behind it.
Yeah.
7, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
If that isn't on 2 on this list, I don't know.
Like, and I think it's more just about like maybe because like I think collectively Phase 4 like it wasn't necessarily bad. Like I want to make that like very clear. It was not bad. As much as everybody likes to bag on Marvel now,
Yeah.
it's they do produce. It's like okay, it's the cookie cutter formula, whatever, but it's not terrible stuff.
Yeah. And
But this like maybe wasn't like as high of a quality because we came off of the Infinity Saga. Like it
Yeah.
was like the greatest thing ever, whatever. But you know, it wasn't like the greatest stuff. But on this list, there's like Spider-Man: No Way Home was like one of those like landmark films.
Yeah.
Where it's like it brought all 3 Spider-Men together.
oh, also real quick, we're not going to be spoiling any Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So
Yeah, yeah, you don't need to worry.
You don't need to worry about spoilers.
But the next best thing was Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
Like period.
And even if you don't want to say it's the second best thing, there's no way it's 7.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
where I have a problem. I'm giving range here where I'm like, I understand some people have issues with that movie that I necessarily didn't have, but to put Miss Marvel, Hawkeye,
Yeah,
Loki,
exactly.
WandaVision all over it, I don't have actually a problem if you want to say Shang-Chi is better than it.
Yeah,
I have a big problem with Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, Loki being above it.
that's ridiculous. That's like insane.
None of the TV shows should be above.
No.
it.
And then when you think She-Hulk at 8, and I was not even being disrespectful. When you say, if you say something is one spot behind, that means you could give or take
Exactly.
on a day.
It's
So
like,
you're saying on a given day, you could
split
flip
hairs. Yeah.
She-Hulk and Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
That's insane.
No, it's asinine.
That
That's
series
ridiculous.
sucked up until episode 7 and 8.
Yeah.
And it's like, and obviously it's like, okay, you're comparing 2 very different things, whatever, but it's like the quality of Wakanda Forever versus She-Hulk. I understand it's a TV show versus a movie.
But that's
They couldn't afford the
the-
CGI.
It's not even just about the effort that was clearly put into Wakanda Forever.
yes.
Because they had a fully formed script that they were working on with Chadwick Boseman. He passed away. They had to completely remake the movie.
And it was still really good.
And it was still incredible because they, instead of shying away from the hard subjects, they killed off T'Challa.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really emotional. And there was clearly so much effort by the entire cast that was put into it versus like, you know, a couple episodes of She-Hulk where it's like, yeah, you know, it's a lawyer being a lawyer. And it wasn't a bad show, but it's not Wakanda Forever.
No. And then, like, again, Doctor Strange, Werewolf by Night, I didn't even know that was an MCU project. I thought it was just a Marvel project. 10, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Take it for what I think it's better than the 10
I think it's
on the
better
list.
than 10.
And then,
It's better than She-Hulk.
And I
I'm sorry.
think the end is pretty valid. But again, what if at 16?
Like, why?
The worst project, and again, this is where I'm going to go into my little rant here. This list to me clearly says what broke the MCU, like what opened the doors so much for the MCU, what is expanding the future, like what is the most hype? Because if I go Spider-Man No Way Home, we got all the Spider-Mans in here. We're like breaking the world, opening the multiverse. WandaVision, holy cow, was the first project release. We've got like magic and maybe the multiverse and like the hype around it. 3 Loki. Oh my god! Like we're breaking
timeline splitting.
We're
whatever,
timeline splitting. Shang-Chi. We're getting into this whole thing with the rings. Like
exactly.
whole new a new origin story. This is cool. Hawkeye, Kingpin.
Yeah.
Like this is this is crazy. Miss Marvel's like, whoa, we got some more magic going on. Like Black Panther starts going down. And like nothing on this this list to me looks like just like a hype list of like these projects, especially when you put like Loki at 3 and Hawkeye at 5, and I'm like,
I think that's what it is, just their impact on the MCU for the rest of them.
because and that's like my bigger problem is like people like talk about things as if like it's just about like it's about the cameos, it's about like who shows up, about how much it broke
And
the
it's not
internet,
about the quality.
and it's not about the quality because there's what if it's an objectively well put together show and put it at 16? Just mean because what if it doesn't have much of an impact on the MCU and they put it at 16 behind things like Eternals, Falcon Winter Soldier, Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Widow, Moon Knight, like projects like that where it's just higher, it's just better than those.
Yeah.
Just more enjoyable.
It's clearly this is it's like obviously we are playing into it because obviously it's just a bait list where they put Wakanda Forever low so that way people will get pissed off and then
that comment section's insane.
Well, yeah, because it's like, you know, like obviously it's just a bait list, like whatever, like but still it's like why it's just so frustrating how like it's both blatantly obvious that it is just a bait list, but just why even put it out there? Like, you know, that's not like it's just like, oh, it's about like hype, but like they knew putting Black Panther at 7 was going to get people pissed.
They did.
Like they knew that, and it's so frustrating. It's like, why even do this? Like, I get it. Like, you need your clicks, you need your this, you need your that, but it's like, stop. Just can we appreciate things for their quality?
Yep.
Like,
No, never.
we need to like rank things, say that like this is definitively better than the other. It's like, but they're so different, and it's like, I'm sorry, Hawkeye is not better than Honda Forever. Like, it's just not. All right, as much as I love the Daredevil series, I love the Kingpin was introduced. Wakanda Forever is miles better than that show. It is insane.
Yeah, it's just like I just looked at that list and I was just like, I just can't like get over the Loki, Hawkeye, and Miss Marvel about Wakanda Forever.
I saw that and I thought they were just listing in order at first, like what came out, and I'm like, oh wow, this is an actual.
I do think there's some validity to the bottom half of the list, but just like the top hat to me seems to make no sense, and I don't know if they're going on like the if Loki was a movie, it would have been better. But like that's not how you rank things.
It's like it's a TV show.
You can't just say that's what the project was.
Exactly. Like, you have to rank it based on something.
Yeah, and if everyone wants to be like, well, it's not fair to compare the TV shows to the movies, then like, cool, they're different. Then,
okay, so then separate them.
Yeah, like we've ranked TV shows just for Marvel before, just from the MCU before. We've ranked just the movies before. Like you can do that, or you can combine them together. So that was my little mini round. We wanted to sneak that into the end of the podcast. Yeah, we'll do an updated an updated episode or something on our MCU rankings. Eventually, I think we're gonna try to target that for after Quantumania comes out, just so we can get like another big project in there and shape it up. Because we can just quickly talk about Phase 4. people gotta stop hating. It's better than Phase 1. So,
What was Phase 1?
and I could really hear an
Phase
argument
1
for
was
Phase
the
2
intros,
sometimes.
like the original Iron Man. all
What,
the-
Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Iron Man 2, Captain America,
and
I think I have 4 top 11 projects.
Avengers.
was Avengers? No, yeah, Avengers was.
I think I have 4 top 11 projects in Phase 4.
Which ones?
WandaVision, Multiverse of Madness, No Way Home, Wakanda Forever.
Top 11. I mean,
'Cause I think I had 10.
I agree with 3 of those.
I had WandaVision at 10, but
Multiverse
it's
of
going to move down to
Madness is-
11.
but yeah, I think the only one that I really wouldn't. I don't know. But like, yeah, it's like there is definitely some of the best. I feel like it was more volatile, where it's like you had some of the best, and then also some of the worst.
Yeah, I mean, Thor: The Dark World. I don't remember.
Well, that was Phase 2.
Yeah, but like Iron Man 2.
Phase 2 had some
Thor.
poopers.
Good old Eternals.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Phase 4 gets a little bit too much.
Well, because the thing is, it's a trend to hate on Marvel now, so that's why.
Yeah, it is. I know.
Yeah.
I'll be the good guy.
Good guy.
I'll stand up for Marvel.
There we go.
They should hire me
They should.
or sponsor the podcast.
Imagine we just get a Marvel sponsorship.
I'll send this to Marvel.
We just only love Marvel. We love you, Kevin.
Kevin Feige, our Lord and Savior.
Please give us more money.
Please.
And everyone go watch.
I don't
the
even
new
honestly. I
Marvel.
wouldn't even do it for money. I just like they
That'd
just
be
posted.
crazy.
They just posted us on like gave us a set and posted us on their like page. I'd be happy.
Stop it.
I'll send them to this high star.
Yeah, do it. DM them.
Yeah.
DM them with a link.
I will.
Do it.
All right,
Alright.
not with a link. That's a little sus. I'll just like little caption. Our podcast loves you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can we
Okay.
tag him in it?
Mr. Feige, I'll be your personal assistant if you give me the bag.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I think that's going to conclude the episode. This has been a strange episode, a little bit long. So I don't really know what happened in the middle. I'm going to be completely honest with you,
I
but
blacked out.
something's I kind of repressed it already. But
A lot of screaming.
something happened. We hope you guys enjoyed
A
it.
lot of phrases that none of us meant.
Yeah. Anywho, that is going to be the Washed Athlete podcast. Make sure you drop a like, comment, do all the things. Go check our social media out. We have a lot of cool Instagram reels revolving around Wakanda Forever that are out. We'd appreciate a like. Drop a like on the video if you're on
YouTube.
If you're on YouTube, drop a like, comment. If you're on the podcast platforms, be sure to write a review. It really would help us out a lot. If you like this and it's your first time around here, go check out our other episodes. And with that being said, we will see you on the next time of the Podcast.
Kenny Pickle will be just